Okay, welcome to another edition of Football Family Feuds. Bit disappointed about the match today. Obviously, it's Man City, and most people lose to Manchester City, one of the best teams in the world. But it's just the manner of the defeat and how we sort of the game was self-inflicted. We gave away two avoidable goals, and that's the reason I'm not happy today, because as I said, the match was in our hands there. First half, from minute from minute 5 to 25. If anyone said that Manchester City were playing in dark blue today, then I'd have believed them, because such was the dominance of Chelsea at the Etihad. Yeah, we dominated them and we were outpassing them. But I was surprised at City, because City, they left a lot of gaps between midfield and defence. But Chelsea exploiting it superbly. And we outnumbered them in midfield with Kovacic, Jorginho and Kante were outplaying their midfield. And I thought it was going to be a great day for us. But again, when you're on top, you've got to put your chances away, don't you, Zane? We had... Kante scored, brilliant pass by Kovacic for Kante's goal. Nice little scuff shot by Kante. But there were a couple of the
I told you Kante was going to score.
Yeah. I said Jorginho might score today, but he didn't. Kovacic, sorry, he didn't assist. I said brilliant ball by Jorginho or Kovacic?
You said Kovacic will score his first goal.
Yeah, but it was a brilliant ball by Kovacic for the goal for Kante. But there was a couple of other moments when we were on top there. I think Willian... there was a pass by, who was it? Who took a shot? It's Emerson, yeah. Emerson took a shot instead of passing. I don't know why he did that. Abraham was free. He could have squared it to Abraham. Bang. 2-0. I think it was 1-0 at the time when he crossed it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was 1-0. Yeah, and Emerson took a shot. Why is Emerson taking a shot? I don't know, from that position. And there was a couple of times where Willian didn't cross it properly or overhit the ball. So, if we want to get to that level from top forward to challenging, we need to start being more clinical in front of goal, because, as I said, we only 1-0 up, and it's just Manchester City are a good side. It only takes one chance. What can I say about that first one? Poor pass by Jorginho. Awful pass by Jorginho. But Manchester City had some luck though, didn't they, Zane? How?
Because Kevin De Bruyne underhit it, but got deflected.
Yeah, so first of all, there was a deflected ball into his path, and he didn't catch that ball cleanly. He scuffed his shot, and through scuffing his shot, it came off the unfortunate Zuma, and it wrong-footed our goalkeeper. So, and after that, you could see that it hit our confidence a bit, and Manchester City started to grow into the game. So a silly, fortunate goal like that allowed their confidence to go up. But the second goal, poor defending by Emerson. As you said, as a left back, you always show the guy the outside, and he's just shown him inside. He's going to cut in. We've seen him do it so often. So Frank Lampard must have been fuming at the defending. It's poor defending by Emerson. You don't defend like that against a top team. But it's still a good finish, you've got to say. But Man City have got a quality side, because we were saying in our preview video how they're going to be missing Bernardo Silva. But Man City are a team, they're missing Bernardo Silva, they can bring in a player of the quality of Mahrez to go and do something like that. But as I said, it was another avoidable goal. Yeah, and so there you have it. As I said, Mahrez with a good little finish there. Such a disappointment to go in that half, after dominating most of that half, to go in at 2-1. I was really disappointed. Second half, Manchester City controlled the game, I'm not going to lie. They came out in the second half and they were by far the better. They just controlled it without creating a lot of chances. They kept, obviously Pep Guardiola, good coach as he is, he's set them up better defensively, and they were pressing us high up the pitch, so we couldn't build from the back, because they squeezed us and we found it difficult in playing the ball out of the back. And they had us at arm's length. So, as I said, they showed the quality of their side. They had us at arm's length, and we couldn't really get back into the game. And we had a little spell towards the end, didn't we? The last 10 minutes where we started to dominate possession again, but huffing and puffing, but couldn't blow the house down. And Willian had a good shot at the end with that volley. But let me talk about that, because the officiating was ridiculous. Because they had a shot, Mahrez had a shot, well, not Mahrez, De Bruyne had a cross-come shot. The goalkeeper was nowhere near it. They give a corner. Down the other end, Willian has that volley. The goalkeeper clearly tips it over the bar, and they don't give a corner. Absolutely ridiculous officiating. So, yeah, really disappointed at that. But as I said, Chelsea, we are getting there, but we need to find a way to beat the bigger teams. Jose Mourinho was right. He said Chelsea, against the top 6 teams, they struggle, and we are yet to get a result against one of the top 6. So we've got Tottenham and Arsenal to come. So hopefully we can get a result in those games. But yeah, so we that's the next level.
We played Tottenham at the wrong time.
Yeah, when Jose Mourinho's back. But if we are to prove our credentials and we want to take that next step out, this is what we need to do. So second half of the season, it'll be interesting how we perform against the likes of Man City and Liverpool when we've got a bit more experience under our belt. But for now, and as I said, we are a work in progress. So I'm not going to get too upset by things like that, because we are going to get results like this. We're still a young side, we're still a growing side, a learning side. So Manchester City have been established for ages, so we can't expect to go to their backyard and just take all the points. But as I said, although what was disappointing, as I said at the beginning, was the fact that if Manchester City had scored 2 world-class, well-worked goals, then I'd have said, yeah, well, fair play. But the fact that we could have done better for both goals, that's what's at the back of my mind. That's what's making me a bit annoyed about the game. Okay, let's do a quick players rating. Kepa. 7, really? He is poor today. I'll give him 5. Even he was lucky that VAR ruled out Sterling's goal, because he should have saved that.
But he did.
He didn't. Yeah, he should have saved that. Sterling didn't even hit the ball properly. He should have saved it. Can't blame him for the first goal. Obviously, it took a deflection. The Mahrez goal was right in the corner, but I thought his overall contribution wasn't great. No, actually, I'll give him a 6. I'm being a bit harsh, because I was giving him a 5 based on that pass he played to Aguero when Aguero hit the crossbar. But 6 for me. Had that goal been allowed from VAR, the VAR goal, then he'd have probably got 5, because I thought he could have done better. Azpilicueta,
6.
Yeah, 6. Again, he looks better when we moved him to the left. I think had Frank started with Reece James on the right and Azpilicueta on the left, I think we may have got something out of the game. But he looked a lot better at left back than he did at right back. Emerson. So what did I give Azpilicueta? 6 as well? 5 for me. 5. No, he wasn't good. He wasn't good today. As I said, going forward, he made some poor decisions, even that, as I said, mentioned before, when he shot instead of passing. And defensively, he's at fault for that goal. You can't defend like that, especially against top teams. So 5. Zuma. Yeah, 7 as well for me. I thought he defended quite well, actually. I'm unfortunate with the deflected goal, but I thought he was very good defensively, and he kept Aguero quiet for most of the game. Tomori.
7 as well.
6.5 for me. He showed a lot of pace, especially that time when De Bruyne came, and Aguero. I think his tackling was clean, but he needs to cut out those mistakes still. He nearly gave away a couple of poor passes. No, it was, and he was kind of at fault for the first goal as well, with his positioning a bit. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. Jorginho. 7, really? I thought he had a poor game today.
Yeah, his passing was
No, it wasn't. Really?
Yeah.
No,
Remember
we're
that
watching
pass?
different games.
Remember that pass?
What pass?
He did like all the way to Finn.
To who?
Yeah. Remember that pass?
One pass maybe, but most of the time he was passing to one of their
What
players.
did you give him?
I'm giving him a 5.5. I don't think he did well today. His passing wasn't on point, and plus, he was as of that poor pass for the first goal, and even Frank knew that he wasn't influencing the game, so we took him off. So 5.5. Kovacic,
6.
yeah, 6 again for me. No, 6.5 for the assist. That was a brilliant assist for the first goal, and he, yeah. Again, he was kind of at fault for that second goal.
This
It's
is a
more
first,
so.
buddy.
What's that?
Oh, this is a first.
What? What's the
How?
first?
You're giving someone more than I did.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, first probably. Yeah, but I think for the second goal as well, he was more so Emerson, but him as well because he got sold too easy when Morris came in.
He got sold.
The dummy, he dived in a bit and left himself exposed.
He got sold.
He didn't get sold.
Wait,
sold.
what?
Not that sold, though. Not that sold.
Wait, how much did you get for him?
And Kante.
I mean, best of a bad situation. 7.
I thought it was
bad.
8
He
for me.
scored a
He was our
goal.
best player. I thought Kante was good, and not only did he score the goal,
This is the second.
yeah. Not only did he score the goal, but I thought
Actually, 7.5.
he actually broke up a lot of their attacks. He on the ball as well. He was quite good on the ball. He was He was one of our driving forces on the ball. So I thought he had a decent game.
He drove us. He drove us to Etihad Stadium.
Okay, so Pulisic.
Give him a 6.5.
Really? 6 for me. He was a bit invisible.
Yeah.
What he needs to do, what Pulisic needs to do, is what you're going to make a joke about Invisible Man or something. Ugh. Yeah, Pulisic needs to. I don't want him to be known as a flat track bully by just beating up the
Bully? It's only bully amount.
flat track bully. But what I mean by that is against the lesser teams scores a lot of goals, but he needs to come in a big game. He needs to put in a big performance. So I haven't seen that yet from him. So I need him to put in a decent performance. He was in and out. He was on periphery. He did a few things, but he wasn't periphery. He wasn't really dominant in this game. So I need him to put in a more dominant performance in some of these games. Like Mahrez, he's not even on. He's a bench player for them. He comes up and he does something fantastic. So Pulisic he didn't even have a shot on target or anything. So for me, he needs to become more dominant in these games, in the games against the big sides. Willian.
Wait, I'll give him a 7. He was not too bad.
I'll give him a 6. First half, if it was first half performance alone, he'd have got an 8. He was superb in the first half, especially that when we were on top. And he was carrying the ball a lot, but sometimes getting frustrated by the final pass, or he just needs to improve on that final ball. But second half, I thought he disappeared a bit as did most of our players. So he got 5. So overall for me, he just got 6. And Abraham.
First half, I'll give him about 8. Second half, probably like a 5. It came off as well.
Yeah,
I might give him a 6.5.
Same as me, 6.5. First, I thought I was waxing lyrical about him in that first 20 minutes. The way his hold-up play, the bringing in others into the game.
It was quick for you.
He was superb. And that pass for Willian, where Willian should probably have scored. But he, again, like most of the other players in the second half, he kind of disappeared, didn't get in, and he got subbed in the end. Reece James.
Based on purely because he just did that skill, I'll give him a 6 because he just came on as well.
Yeah, 6.5. Reece James comes on. He did that block as well. Did that block.
He did a 180 turn.
And that brilliant cross where no one got on the end of. Someone should have been on the end of that cross. That deserved a goal. Fantastic cross. But for that little skill where he just knocked it over the head. Oh, fantastic. And he played the ball to Willian, and Willian goes and overhit and miscontrols it. and so he stops a counter attack.
No, if I was to bring this controller, it would have hit off Zuma.
So yeah, and Batshuayi backfired. He didn't really get into the game, did he? He didn't really have anything. So 5.
5.5.
And
Because
Mason Mount again.
Mason Mount, I'll give him a 6.
He did all right when he came on. He was unlucky with that free kick right near the end.
Wait, came on. Came on.
What do you mean came on? He didn't start then.
Who started that?
What are you watching?
Jorginho Kovacic. Oh god.
When he came on then. Wake up.
Jorginho Kovacic and Kante.
Yes. He had that curl, great free kick, which was unlucky, and also he did a few nice little things. Good tracking back as well, what he normally does. So yeah, he did okay. But as I said, all in all, first half performance, I was happy, and I showed there was a lot of positives. As I said, second half, Man City showed their experience and controlled the game. Yeah, next steps we need to do is just to kill a game when we're on top, and we also need to cut out these individual mistakes. If we can get that right, then we'll be okay. But you know, another learning curve. Hope the players learn from this experience and don't make any mistakes like that against the top 6 side. So we need to get a result against one of the top 6 sides soon. And because of Jose's words that we don't do well against the top 6, it'll be good to start against Tottenham. So we lose, but we keep that blue flag flying high. And don't forget to
like this video, like William Woolley did. Okay, like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to be notified if we make a video when we make a video.
Yeah, okay. See you later. Bye.
And check out our past videos. Bye.